This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
Five minutes till the main event. Is this the way my life was spent? Now the winter of my discontent is about to turn a new year. The minister, he's pleading me to save myself, he's reading me apocalyptic verses from a book. I squint my eyes to look at him and said, save your stories, Savior please, there's nothing left, there's nothing here for me. You will listen, you will see, there's nothing left, salvation don't come free.
Hello, hey, hi, and hello. It's me, from this podcast. The one that perhaps hasn't had an episode in a few months. Well, I'm back from the grave, if you will, to tell you a story about another version of me who's ready to die. Let's just go ahead and get on with the story. So this episode is going to follow who we're going to call Tired Nick. There is a chance that Tired Nick already exists, and this is Tired Nick 2, in which case, whoops, I am also Tired Nick at the moment. Tired Nick was coming home from a long day of work. He was outside all day, waiting for a package. He had to move a bunch of boxes, which were heavy AF. But that didn't stop the shining of his soul, and the fact that as soon as he got home, he could take one of the most restful naps in the world. When he got home, he kicked off his shoes, took off his pants, took off his shirt. He sleeps exclusively in a pair of boxer briefs. Now this Nicholas has no cares in the world. Why should he? The world is going really well. Sorry, I'm getting really dreaming about the world that this Nicholas lives in. Because wow, that is not the world we live in. So this Nicholas, he starts to fall asleep. And then suddenly there's a rumbling around him. The rumbling shakes his room horribly. There are things falling off of shelves. For some reason, he's not getting up out of bed. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's a knowing of what's coming. And then he hears a loud crashing noise outside. The crashing noise sounds like something big but metallic crushing a tree. There are so many different sounds that occur that Tired Nicholas can't process in this moment. But what he does process is the next few seconds, because he sees it in slow motion as he's staring up into the roof of his house, wondering what's happening outside. Why is everything shaking? He sees the ceiling collapse in on itself, and just past that, very quickly opening a hole. But weirdly enough, in this bullet time hell that he's in, it just looks like a slow motion video of someone popping a balloon with a needle as the nose of an airplane descends on Tired Nicholas. A plane is landing. Not well, not properly, and not in a way that leaves many survivors, but specifically, it takes one more person with it. As the plane crashes down onto the body of Tired Nick, and he sees it all happen within seconds. He lives a lifetime as this plane comes crashing through his roof onto his body, crushing him instantly. He doesn't feel the pain, but he does feel the fear. And also a little bit of excitement, because how often is it that someone lying in bed is crushed by an airplane that, from the looks of it, dived itself directly into them? This airplane also has a story on board, because Flying Nick is involved. And Flying Nick, he's having a rough day. That's right, there's two parts to this episode, and they're interconnected. How does that happen? Sometimes the Nicholases are from the same world. Now, however that happened, I'm not sure, but looking into the NickTube, that's what I see. This is the same coordinates. So Flying Nicholas is sitting there in the plane, but he's no ordinary passenger. He's co-pilot. This Nicholas, for some reason, really got his stuff together and decided that the air was his home. He went through the schooling, he got good grades. He's actually a pretty good pilot most of the time. There is a system of checks and balances in airplanes that essentially keep the airplane in the air. With the luck of a Nicholas, Flying Nick achieved the ultimate failure. It started with an engine malfunction, and then 2 engine malfunctions, and then 3, and then they were all out of engines. And there's proper protocol, which Nicholas tried to follow, and then there was an electrical backfire, which took out the captain, which is very sad. But it left Nicholas now in charge of this falling hunk of metal. Flying Nicholas watches as one of his engines drops ahead of him as the plane begins a free fall. Out of the sky. It's honestly one of the most horrifying visions Nicholas has ever seen, but it's also kind of interesting. He's looking at this in his last moments, and he is seeing fear, but also a little excitement. He's going to die. There's no doubt in his mind. Very, very, very few people survive a nosedive in a giant plane. But even so, he takes these final moments in bliss because just before the plane collapses, he also enters a bullet time situation. And it's in this moment that both Nicholases lock eyes for less than a millisecond. Millisecond. Whatever that would be in mathematical terms. Almost quicker than light, but their eyes meet for just that brief moment. And maybe this was the way that the world was expunging the fact that it had 2 Nicholases. Nearly identical in every way, except for their choices in life. And that's the most interesting part, is that there are 2 of them occupying the same space at the same time, a situation never seen before, but perhaps seen again, as the worlds seem to be converging on each other, where Nicholas meets Nicholas, potentially. But that is for the future. For now, let's go listen to another Nicholas.
In a world where digital content barrels towards us at relentless breakneck speeds, where posts and memes and tweets and snaps rain down a punishing assault of attention-grabbing data, 3 heroic podcasters with a strong background in broadcast media are taking on the internet. Each week, we break down the trends, technology, and connections that are transforming our lives. We are Things I Found Online.
Available wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey there, it's Nicholas. Welcome to Things and Stuff and Things and Stuff and Things and Stuff. I'm going to be talking about some things and stuff. Did I mention I'm Nicholas? I haven't said my name in a long time, I feel like, and every time I say it in this episode, it feels almost euphoric. Welcome back to the show. Hey, the world is crazy right now. I know you don't want to hear that, but it is. And also, I took a 6-month break from the podcast. Oopsie whoopsies. I wasn't planning on taking a break, but I did. And now this is where we are in the future. I can guarantee you when I posted that podcast episode on the 31st of January, which was the last time a podcast episode was posted, that I was not planning on taking such a long break. But that's just kind of where we are. So I apologize for that. There's something important I need to do, which is announce the winner of the giveaway. Yes, I'm still doing the giveaway. And yes, the giveaway was announced back in January. So if you didn't enter, you had plenty of time to do it. And that's on you. So, the winner of the giveaway is Hugh at H. Melrose, I believe. Yes. Hugh, I'm going to be sending you a few things. Well, I'm going to reach out via Twitter DMs, because that's how I connect with my people. And I'm going to be sending you something awesome. So, that's where we're at. Anyways, I think that's it for my things and stuff, except I am going to put it on the record right now, and you can hold me to it. At least one full episode every 2 weeks, so bi-monthly, with a chance of some Would I Survive episodes every here and then. I'm going to be having some guests on that I've already talked to, so I'm going to keep my word this time, I hope. By the way, I've been participating in a bevy of short film competitions. So, if you want to see some stuff that I'm creating outside of this, you can catch those on my Instagram page at Plasmatic210. Also, I stream on Twitch sometimes. Check those out on twitch.com/Plasmatic210. really, honestly, just Google Plasmatic 210, see what you turn up, because it's me. It's me on all of those. Actually, I think one of my dating profiles from 2014 pops up. So maybe don't do that. Or do. It's your life. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I think that's it for the things and stuff and things and stuff. So, let's go ahead and head back into the actual show. Thanks for sticking around and listening, you guys. I very much appreciate it. Okay, bye!
Hello from Ireland. Need to catch up on your documentaries? Well, don't worry, we've got you covered. Here at Docs That Rock, we review the best documentaries on the planet.
Watch out because they're not spoiler free, but hey, that might suit you. Subscribe and download the weekly dish on Docs That Rock, available at bigheadsmedia.com and all good podcast providers.
This is the first time I've ever had to do this before, but as a note, this has no relation to the actual tragic incident that happened in 2019. I didn't know about it until I literally just Googled plane crashes in Tahom. The thing that I was thinking of when I started this story out a few months ago, actually, because every so often I'll have a thought pop into my head of a way to die, just casual fun stuff. And so I was laying in bed and I was like, what if a plane just crashed into here right now? Would I even see it? Like, would it be a thing? And that was based on one of the main events in the 2001 movie Donnie Darko, where a plane engine, I believe, crashes through the house and kills Donnie Darko. That's the history behind it. Sometimes I need to fact check things before I start recording, huh? Whoops. Lastly, we're going to head into our spam slam. I don't have any emails on me right now, so we're just going to look at some Twitter spam that I've been getting recently. Let's go. So this first spam Twitter message is from Sarah, parentheses, promotion for artist heart, even though the @ starts with Dawn. But here's how it goes. Need promo? Instagram? YouTube? Spotify? Facebook? SoundCloud? Here, link. Let me know if you have further questions. Heart emoji. No thank you, Sarah. We also have another one from Uzel, who is a promotor, spelled incorrectly, and it is a series of text messages, essentially. Let's jump into it. Hello, what's up? I'm a professional podcast promoter, iTunes Store. Do you want to make your podcast one of the most popular in the wide world? Do you want to get high top rank for your podcast show? Do you want to bring your episodes high top rank? Yes. Here's what you get from me. Checkmark growth real audience. Active listeners 100% real human traffic from all over the world. Checkmark all 100% safe and natural organic audience unique subscription. Checkmark real engagement for your podcast. No bots, no proxies, 100% safe. Checkmark your podcast will get better search ranking. Checkmark 100% guaranteed delivery. And then he stopped using the check marks. I assume because he just didn't want to include them anymore. Worldwide promotion, global exposure. Promotion on top platform. Organic and unlimited traffic. Quality service. Unique content marketing. Targeted niche podcast audience. Proof of work done, which I would have assumed was included. And custom tracking. There's a lot there that you say you do. I'm not going to break it down because it's actually annoying. But just know, Uzel, or Uzal, I don't know how to say your name, I'm sorry. You don't sound like a real human person, so I don't think you could get me real human traffic or listeners. Also, what's a natural organic audience? Because that sounds like something that you use to describe food, not people. Although, hey, maybe food is people sometimes. We live in a weird world. That's going to do it for this week's episode, ending on a high note of cannibalism. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for coming back and listening to How Will I Die Pod, starring me, Nicholas Howe. And remember, death is coming, so why worry about the inevitable? Focus on the possibilities.
5 minutes till they pull the switch. They say you'll only feel an itch, but they watch the catatonic twitch and the smoke that flows around you. They're beneath the gamma rays. Watch my soul just burn away. Well, don't you even try to pray. My fate is predetermined. You won't see me returning, and save your story.